150 million Luna Classic tokens just sent to the burn wallet. Absolutely insane. And 1.2% burn tax coming to a mainnet near you. We're going to talk about it in this video because we are so close to really starting to see some deflationary nature of the Luna Classic. So if you are in the Luna Classic army, don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and let's jump into it. So whatever you think of the Lunatics token, and I did a video about this a while back. I'm not in any way affiliated with them, sponsored by them, anything like that. But the point of the matter is they are burning a significant amount based on the tokenomics of their project. So you can see here, here's a transaction, 150 million Luna Classic tokens sent to the burn address. We can check the burn address for the day, which is just here. And we can see again, for 400 million Luna Classic tokens have been sent to this burn address in the course of the last week, which is absolutely insane. We can again increase this and have a look back. Let's say we go back to the start of this month and we also run it to the 28th, which we're at now, and you can see we're at 512 million tokens over 700 transactions. So we are definitely starting to see this ramp up. Now there is loads of people speculating rumors that we're going to see some big exchanges come on board. And if you think about where it all came from, we were initially told, particularly Binance is the one that everybody wants to see, that they wanted it on the Luna blockchain to start with, the main chain. When we start to see the deflationary nature of it on there first before we see it roll out into some exchanges. But we are seeing users of those exchanges sending from that exchange to this burn wallet. So I think that's already pretty exciting. So exchanges aren't silly. They know what's going on. But what else have we got going on? Well, we got this information. Terra Rebels are delighted to announce software release version 0.5.21 is now live, delivering commitments to LoonC as contained in our white paper. The emergency management and recovery of Terra Classic to deliver governance proposal 4095 and 3568. And it says, edit clarification. We have realized there is some confusion. The code is done and internally tested. We are now officially stating that and referencing the release. We are still seeking independent reviewers to sign off the code. It is now to the validators and the community to decide whether or not to adopt it. If we get additional information about external entities auditing the code and support from TFL or something, we will let everybody know. What do they mean by that? Well, they want the code auditing. They want what they've implemented to make sure that it works, make sure that everything kind of goes into the right wallet. And again, this was a procedurally generated burn wallet, so again they want that validated so that everyone is absolutely crystal clear on exactly what is happening. But from a Terra Rebels perspective, this code is in, it is on the network, it is not activated yet. So we are absolutely anticipating that to come anytime soon. And again, it's all about the validators. The validators are the people that maintain the network. They are the people that validate the code, validate the transactions going through it. So they're the ones ultimately that have to make sure it works. But don't forget, we've also increased those rewards that those validators get. So it is absolutely in their interest to get that live. What are we seeing in terms of price and volume? Well, 9969. We have just seen a pretty big correction, about 2% on the whole Bitcoin price. So we are just hovering in and around that kind of 301 mark. We're at 314 billion, which is up on our average volume. So lots more potentially coming with Luna Classic. As we start to see this easing of restrictions for the market, we are seeing people returning with a sentiment of buying as opposed to this fear we've seen for a long time. Are we out of this recession? Are we out of this bear market? I'm not sure yet. We have seen a significant increase in the entire global crypto market today, and tokens have gone with it. But we are seeing a sharp bit of selling pressure right now at the point in which we are recording this video, but still in around that, like I said, 301. So still more to come. When we take a look at the burns, and we've been checking this, but you can see here's the interesting part. We've got Mexi, and we know they ran a burn campaign, but Binance users, Kucoin users, there's much more Kraken users. People on exchanges are sending directly from exchange to the burn wallet. Now, exchanges are going to be tracking all of these. They come out of basic hot wallets that come through. So, you know, potentially the coding would be quite simple, but you look at what's coming through and to think about what these transactions potentially would be, suddenly starts to feel like a really strong amount. You can see some of the big ones, 150 million we talked about from the Lunatics tokens, but look, we can see that there's a lot of small ones going through, particularly through today, just from people, and equally just from people wanting to spot coin in, continuing to throw their 1.2% burn tax in. That is an implemented 1.2% burn tax on coin in. So we can definitely start to see it. Look, 100,000 from Happy Catty Crypto, 60,000 from the Terra Rebels. So more and more coming through in terms of burn wallets. So there is an exciting sentiment about this. Again, I would bring you back to the Terra rebels. What they promised, they have delivered. And equally, we are now ready live with this 1% burn tax. And I think when we start seeing some of the big volume we've got from, say, Binance, and equally things like Kraken and Mexi, we could really start to see a significant move in the burn mechanism. If we take a look over on the total kind of supply, we can see that we go to the bottom here and we can see, we can see total supply here. We can still see it is significantly coming down. Again, there is a long way to go, and I would always reiterate this in nearly every video. There is a long way to go on this. But here is an interesting chart. We can see the official Lunacy burn wallet address, and we can see what's going into it, and that's dead important. So we can see that today we've had one of our best days yet in terms of total amount sent outside of this date here, which is back in May. So we are still seeing a significant amount burning. We're going to keep an eye on this as we kind of go through this, because I do think there is more to come, certainly with Luna Classic, and particularly if you're invested in Luna Classic. I think people really are starting to wake up to the potential of the burn mechanism, and I think we will see when that gets implemented on chain and we then see a couple of exchanges come in. I do think all those people that are in or were in Luna Classic will come back. I genuinely think that, and I think what we will then see is a shift out of Luna 2.0 and into Luna Classic, because for me that will be where the retail investor goes, where the potential money is going to be, because that'll be the chain that everybody wants to be on. But I'm interested to know what your views are on this, so drop me and let me know in the comments down below, and equally the video in the description, go and check it out. It's called Free Lunacy. If you want to win yourself $100 of Luna Classic tokens right now, think about what that could be in the future. So if you want to go and check that out, watch the video in the description, leave a comment in that video, and you could be in with a shot of winning those $100 worth of Luna Classic tokens. That's going to do it for this video. Slightly longer than normal, but I do think it's important to reference this 1.2% burn tax, and it is ready to go. So drop a comment in the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.